Hey, what's poppin'? So you remember back in March, right? How I rewatched that one movie that I thought was bad, and then I changed my opinion. I was like, this is kind of okay. If you don't remember, I'm talking about How to Train Your Dragon. I know, ridiculous, right? How could anybody not think it's the most perfect movie in the entire world? So recently, when I was thinking about new video ideas, I thought to myself, oh yeah, there's a sequel. That's what I'm talking about today, folks. And mind you, I have never watched the second or the third movie, so this is completely blind. There's no spite blinding me this time. Who knows? Maybe someday we'll make a video telling me how wrong I am again. Before we start, 95.5% of you are not subscribed, so you gotta make sure to hit that big red button down below. And sorry I forgot this last time, but I remembered this time. Shout out to you for being homies. With that out of the way, let's get into this thing. So last time I started with the cons, so I decided to flip it around. We're doing the pros first this time. The first thing I noticed was that even though this movie was made like 2 or 3 years after the first, the animation and character designs are leagues better than the original. The animation is much more fluid, fast, and smooth. It was just like I went from playing a Nintendo Switch to going on to my PS5. Also like that now, everything doesn't look super generic anymore. Like, they actually look like their own characters now, instead of just like, I don't know, foamed in people that were rushed. The age ups also probably helped that a little, because that, like, 5 years passed, bro, in their universe. The backgrounds in Land were also, like, visually pleasing to the eyes. I love all the cool colors and the majestic look of things as Burke looks for, like, this peace in the world. I like the new side of Stoic that we haven't gotten to see when he was reunited with Valka. That was really cool. He seems like such more like happy and flamboyant person other than like this dude who's angry all the time, which really surprised Hiccup. Some of the fights are pretty cool except for one that I'll get to later. Believe me. The music once again hits hard, and my last praise is that it added more depth to the characters, which wasn't super difficult because they didn't really have depth to begin with, but I appreciated it anyways. Now let's talk about the not so pretty parts of the movie. Once again, this movie isn't funny, like at all. The only thing I laughed at was Hiccup cursing, and that's because it just caught me so off guard and it sounded really awkward and off-putting. Speaking of Hiccup, I still don't like him. He's either... He has like two character motives. He's either this just rebellious dude that's like the annoying kind of rebellious, and he's not even like a teenager anymore. He's 20. He shouldn't be doing this stuff anymore. Also, he's just whiny the entire time. Like... This is what he sounds like. He goes, "Oh my God, Astrid, you'll never believe this. Guess what? My dad tried to make me chief of the village. Can you believe this guy? The nerve on him. What an idiot, am I right?" Like, bro, shut up. His voice actor just also still sounds super awkward with him. I don't know how this guy landed this role. He's still bad. While everyone's over here with an Irish accent, Mr. Wine over here sounds like he's about to enjoy the endeavors of poutine. The foreshadowing in this movie could not have been more on the nose. It was ridiculous how actually obvious it is. Like, especially the stoic stuff, like saying how he could just never die. Come on, man! I could see that coming from a mile away. Also, speaking of which, they killed him. That's right, they killed him. One of the only guys I liked. Jeez, you really want me to... You're like begging for me to hate you, aren't you, huh? Oh, the other parent. I don't like her. She's just so off-putting. I don't know how to explain it, but I just don't... It feels off and creepy to me. No, thank you. So what's with Astrid and Hiccup telling the bad guys their plan? Like, once again, shut your face! This movie can be so corny at some points. Like, it's terrible sometimes how corny it is. Like, I know this is for kids, but come on, man. Dialogue should not be this bad. You are the same people that made Shrek and Prince of Egypt, for crying out loud! Drago is such a lame villain, and it can't hurt worse, because you guys know how much I love villains. I just made it an entire video dedicated to All For One, okay? He is a bad guy because Stoic says so, and that's about it. We are told that he is this evil, crazy man that can, but we only ever see him just like control dragons. And like, that final battle though. Oh my gosh, this is bad. Like, this is where the corniness is at its peak here. Like, the fact that Hiccup can just like break the trance of Tulip. I mean, not Tulip, this isn't Infinity Train. Toothless, just with power of friendship. Dumb, bad, why, stop, no. Another thing with the final battle, what happened to Drago? Where did he go? Did he die? Did he escape? What happened there? He is such a forgettable villain that even the storyboarders forgot him. This isn't a good or a bad thing. I just thought this was funny that like Hiccup talked to Toothless like he was Doc Lewis. Like he was like, yeah, you got it, Toothless. Knock him out, brother. Yeah, you got it, Mac. Okay. Conclusion time, alright? So the final score is 7 pros and 9 cons. The cons being much, much worse than the pros just being good. Like, most of the pros were just things they should have done in the first movie. That being said, I liked this one way more than the first. Now, hear me out, okay? Don't judge me quite yet. I would rather watch a bad movie with some form of substance than a boring, fundamentally okay, or maybe even good movie. I enjoyed this one more. It just was more fun. It was more experimental, and I liked that. Other than this boring, whatever this thing is, I would alright, here we go, counter. We're putting this down on record. I like the second one more than the first, even though it is a fundamentally bad movie. Just leaving me wondering how the third movie in this franchise will turn out, but I'll have to wait for another time in the near future. Have a nice rest of your day, and until next time, friends!